Hi there. In this section, you are going to learn how to define a quadratic formula. You will also learn how to use the quadratic formula to solve a quadratic equation. So let's begin. Quadratic formula. Let us consider a quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then the roots of the quadratic equation is given x equals to negative b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. And this formula is basically known as quadratic formula. Now let's consider an example where we can use the quadratic formula to solve the quadratic equation. So solve 2x squared plus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. It is given that 2x squared plus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. What I'm going to do, I'm going to consider a quadratic equation. So this is my standard quadratic equation. Now let's compare this equation and this equation. And if I compare, as you can see, my a is equal to 2, b is equal to 3, and c is equal to 1. Which is over here. So as you can see, a is 2, b is 3, and c is 1. Let's substitute the value over here in this equation. So we can write x is equal to negative 3 plus minus square root of 3 square minus 4ac, which is 2 times 1 over 2a, so 2 times 2. So if we simplify, this is 3 square is 9 and 4 times 2 times 1 is 8. So we can write negative 3 plus minus square root of 9 minus 8 over 4 because 2 times 2 is 4. Let's further simplify, and if we do that, we will get negative 3 plus minus 9 minus 8 is 1 over 4. We can add x is equal to negative 3 plus minus 1 over 4. 9 minus 8 is 1, so square root of 1 is 1. As you can see, the root has x plus minus 1 over 4. So the root has both positive and negative values. So let's first consider the positive value. So let's take the positive sign, and if we do that, we will write x is equal to negative 3 plus 1 over 4. So negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2 over 4, which is over here. Negative 2 over 4 is negative 1 over 2. So x is equal to negative 1 over 2. Now let's take the negative sign, and if we take the negative sign, we will write x is equal to negative 3 minus 1 over 4. So negative 3 minus negative 1 is negative 4 over 4. So negative 4 over 4 is over here. That is equal to negative 1. So x is equal to negative 1. So x is equals to negative 1 over 2 and x equals to negative 1. These are the two roots for this quadratic equation, 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. And this is how we use a quadratic formula to solve a quadratic equation.